Welcome back to The Explainer. So glad you're here with us today because honestly, we're just going to skip the usual intro and jump right into this one. We've got our eyes on a really intriguing property story today. 784 Moccasin Trail, right in Billings, Montana. Look, if you've been following the local housing market even a little bit, you know exactly how incredibly tight things have gotten out there. And that is exactly why this specific property caught our eye and why we absolutely had to break it down for you today. $265,000. Now, if you've been house hunting recently, you already know the massive headache we're talking about here. Finding a move-in ready, 3-bedroom home in Billings for under that price point, it honestly feels like an impossible challenge right now. It's exceptionally rare. And finding one that actually has the specific amenities this property offers, well, that's just next level unusual. So let's dive right into Section 1, the rare Billings find, a literal unicorn in Billings Heights. Okay, so 784 Moccasin Trail gives you 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a 2-car garage, and a fenced yard. You guys, this is not your typical bare-bones starter home where you're forced to compromise on space or basic amenities. It's a completely comprehensive, turnkey package right out of the gate. If you're out there hunting for an affordable, comfortable housing solution, one that doesn't demand a massive renovation budget the second you get the keys, this property is a seriously practical answer. Moving on to Section 2. Inside the tri-level design, 1,506 square feet of smart layout. We're looking at right around 1,506 square feet of living space here. But honestly, it's not just about the raw square footage. It's really about how brilliantly that space is utilized. The tri-level layout creates these very distinct, separate zones for your daily life. First up, you've got the main level, a bright, open layout connecting your living, dining, and kitchen areas. It's perfectly set up for gathering. Then you step up to the upper level, which is entirely dedicated to quiet sleeping spaces. It keeps the bedrooms completely separated from the noise of the main hub. And finally, there's a highly versatile lower level. This kind of physical separation is just incredibly smart, you know? It naturally dictates how the home flows, giving you very distinct areas to rest, work, and entertain. Which brings us to Section 3, turnkey comforts, fresh updates, and totally move-in ready. You know how move-in ready is usually just real estate code for, well, it's livable, but you're definitely going to spend your first month fixing it up? Yeah, not here. We've got fresh interior paint, brand new carpet, updated lighting, and these freshly painted kitchen cabinets that just give the whole space a super clean, refreshed vibe. There's newer flooring in the living room, plus a super convenient keyless entry system already good to go. Oh, and get this, it's got central AC with a brand new blower and even a new bathroom fan. These aren't just cheap cosmetic band-aids. We're talking major functional upgrades that completely wipe out those frustrating hidden costs that normally drain a buyer's savings right after closing. And this brilliantly illustrates our next big point on affordability. The refrigerator, the range, the oven, the washer, and the dryer, they all stay with the property. Literally the whole shebang. For a first-time buyer, or honestly anyone just trying to keep a tight lid on their moving expenses, having all these appliances included saves you thousands of dollars right off the bat. No stressful trips to the appliance store on day one. Now let's head down to that third tier we talked about, the lower level. Guys, this is easily one of the most versatile features of the entire house. Since the space actually includes a 3rd bedroom and a full bathroom, complete with a stand-up shower, it gives you vastly more flexibility than your standard run-of-the-mill basement rec room. You could totally transform this into a private guest suite, a dedicated home office, a gym, or an awesome media room. Plus, it features a spacious family room anchored by an electric fireplace. I mean, just picture enjoying a cozy, quiet winter evening down there. Pretty great, right? Okay, let's move to Section 4. Low-maintenance exterior so you can reclaim your weekends. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how this place handles the outside. Just off the kitchen, there's a deck leading right into a private, fully fenced yard, which gives you plenty of space right next to the detached 2-car garage. But check out this chore list. It completely solves the dreaded weekend chore problem. Lawn care, nope. Snow removal, no way. Water, sewer, exterior maintenance, handled. Handled and handled. Because of the HOA, you're entirely off the hook for these burdens. So if you're a busy professional, maybe someone who travels a lot, or you just want the financial perks of owning a home without becoming a slave to your lawnmower or snow shovel, this HOA setup is an absolute game changer. Let's look at the neighborhood in Section 5, Life Above the Rims, the Billings Heights Advantage.
So the home is located in Billings Heights. If you aren't familiar with the area, the Heights sits elevated right above the city, geographically separated from downtown by those stunning rock formations everyone calls the Rim Rocks. Living up there means you're basically surrounded by an incredible outdoor lifestyle. Just look at how much of your immediate area is dedicated strictly to recreation. You've got Lake Elmo State Park, the Oasis Water Park, tons of walking and biking trails, and access to the Yellowstone River, all essentially clustered right in your own backyard.
But here's the best part. Despite having that quiet, nature-heavy vibe, you're never actually far from what you need. From Moccasin Trail, you've got super quick access to Alkali Creek Elementary, Metro Park, and all your daily shopping spots. Plus, downtown Billings, Logan International Airport, and the Zimmerman Trail, which by the way is a fantastic shortcut straight to the West End, are all just a really easy drive away. You're getting all the peacefulness of the Heights without giving up your connection to work and essential services.
Finally, Section 6, the ultimate value, putting it all together.
So the crucial point is this. When we take all of these different pieces and put them together, we're looking at an incredibly functional setup. You've got flexible tri-level living, major recent updates, all appliances included, a fenced yard, a 2-car garage, and an HOA that handles literally all the heavy lifting outside, all sitting in a gorgeous, well-connected neighborhood. And that brings us right back to this massive number, under $265,000. When you stack up all those turnkey features and the sheer convenience of this property, this price tag is an absolutely unbelievable value proposition for today's market. It's like an anchor of affordability in a sea of really tough housing options.
Listen, if you're a downsizer ready to reclaim your weekends, or a first-time buyer looking for a smart, totally stress-free entry into homeownership, you really need to act on this. You can arrange a private showing, or just request a bit more info by reaching out to Ken Mucha directly at 406-696-3998.
Actually, this quote right from the listing pretty much hits the nail on the head. Move-in ready, low maintenance, and located above the rims in Billings Heights. It is just the perfect triad of lifestyle benefits, all wrapped up in one incredibly well-priced package.
Honestly, opportunities like 784 Moccasin Trail, where the price, the pristine condition, and the location align perfectly like this, they just don't come around very often. So I'm going to leave you with this. Will you let this rare find slip away? Don't wait around, pick up the phone, book a tour, and go see it for yourself. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and hey, happy house hunting!